Hey creatives, it is Miss Forbes here. We're on episode 2 of the podcast, and I'm so excited because we have my dear friend, Jose Martinez.
Hi,
Yay!
thank you.
And I'm so excited that you made it in. We're going to be talking about all things fashion design. We're going to get into the process. All of my aspiring fashion designers, this is the episode for you because we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of your process and yeah, literally beginner, like take us through everything. So it's going to be great. I'm so excited to see you. I'll give you guys a little background about Jose. He is a fashion designer and he's from Honduras, and his designs are avant-garde, red carpet style, but he's going to be branching out soon. Hopefully we'll get to hear more about that. So I'm so excited.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Thank you so much for the invitation. Definitely
Absolutely.
something that I mean, talking to you is the best thing. So I'm really excited about this right now. So
Yeah, how we met, it's funny because my team and I went to Dallas Fashion Week and Jose was there. You weren't even showing, but it was like it was just like all eyes on you and your model. Like
yes.
I was telling Jennifer, like, who are they? Like, when is he showing? I need to interview him.
Yes, I
Because
love it.
I was doing interviews and like, obviously I had the podcast, but there's another way for me to talk to creatives is like going to the Fashion Week shows because obviously I own an agency. I love fashion. I love the whole nine. And so seeing you and your model, I was like, when you know, like you're my people.
Yes.
When you find your people, like, and then you were like, you need to shoot for me. And I was like, no, I love your stuff. So,
Yes.
But yeah, I would love to hear like how you got to that point. Like your model, I know a lot of your models are like highly influential in Dallas. They are signed models. I know Carlos, who was with you for Dallas Fashion Week, and he was wearing one of your looks. And I mean, it had like a cape attached to it. Was just such a show-stopping red carpet piece. How did you get to that point? Like, take us through like your background and your childhood, and also like what the steps are. Like, how did you get started? Were you a kid designing or?
Well, it all started when I was like 5 or 6 years old. I would always just use my notebooks, my school notebooks, and like sketch on them. And my mom would always say like, "Oh my God, why are you always like using your notebooks for like sketching?" And I used to make like this gigantic dresses in my notebooks. Like it was crazy. And then after that, I stopped for a while, and coming back, I moved to the United States. And then after that, after graduating high school, I was like, I remember I love to do this, so I pursued it, and I think it's the best thing that I've done. Like one of my best choices I've done.
Yeah, it makes you happy. I can tell.
Yes, definitely.
I think anyone with a creative gift or a talent, it's just like a different energy because you really, really love doing it, so it's easy to do.
Yes, I mean, fashion is it's my passion. This is why I would go like to sleep at around 6 in the morning, and I would not even be tired whenever I'm sewing, I'm creating something. It's something I love to do. So for me, there's no time for it.
Yeah, I've seen, we follow each other on social media, and I've seen a lot of your posts, you making dresses and like doing sketches and different things. And I always wonder, do you need to know how to draw if you are a fashion designer? Because like of the sketching process, like I am not, as of now, we never know what's going to happen, but I'm not a fashion designer, but I always wondered that, like, did you teach yourself how to draw? Do you know how to draw? Like, is that something that you need to know to be able to make the fabulous designs? Like,
actually, it's crazy to know that some of the fashion designers don't know how to draw.
Wow.
For example, Tom Ford, actually, he makes figures of like squares, and he uses rollers for his suits and stuff like that.
What?
His sketches are very, very different from like, I draw the
Like
person
your
and
normal-
stuff. No, he uses rulers and stuff. So like many people don't need to know how to sketch or anything. I mean, for me personally, I love art as well. So like, I love sketching them. It's also one of my things I love.
Yeah, I think it's funny because a lot of creators, we have multiple things that we're gifted at. So drawing probably being, you know, something that you're naturally good at also helps, you know, you designing. But so tell me, we're going to go through the process, you guys, if you're listening to this, like, and you have no idea how to get started. This is like some great information too.
Definitely.
Like we should be charging people for this one day. Like we need to do a class with Jose so he can teach people, but give us like a snippet, but take us through your process specifically. Like, how does it start going from inspiration to the final product, like on the runway or a photo shoot?
Well, there's like many different processes, whatever works for anyone. You know, it comes down to that. For me, for example, there's one process I follow sometimes that is like, I may just be doing something and then all of a sudden I see this fabric and I just throw it on the mannequin and start draping it. That's one of the ways, but the normal way to do it is, you know, you start with the idea, you want to get a concept about, you know, what's on trend, what colors people are using, what's good and what's new right now. So after you do that,
would that be for like, let's say it's about to be fall and you're like thinking about trends in that way, or like what's out, or like the type of silhouettes? Okay.
Yes, and silhouettes, colors, you have to think about all these things that are, you know, what's popular right now. Yes, what's trending. And after you make that, you know, you start thinking about sketching if you need to sketch, or you can just use pictures, you know, like inspiration pictures. And then after that, like it varies. It varies.
So you kind of go between steps. You kind of start at one thing, but you can go back and forth. That makes sense because it is a creative process. You can change your mind, I'm sure. You're like, oh, actually, I want to change this color or add this color.
Yes.
When you're designing, are you doing one look, or is it like a collection, or like a full collection, or is it more maybe 3 to 4 pieces? What would you advise for someone who was starting out to just start with?
I'm gonna give you the advice that my professor told me. He was like, start with one sketch, and then after that, think about the sketch in 30 different ways.
Wow.
And so like at the end of the day, you have all of these sketches, all of these ideas, and then after that, now you can see this is the one that you want. So like, you know.
Yeah, take your time. It sounds like to make something that's really meaningful, you have to like see it from different viewpoints.
Yes, definitely. The more you sketch the things out, the more creative you start to get. I spent so many hours on sketching, just like without color. It's just like random sketches like this. And, oh, but I like this. Oh, but I like this open and I like this thing. So sketching is like one of the biggest process that before you start your collection on, like, you know, for you to realize the ideas that you want.
Moving forward, That's such a beautiful thing. Do you have, so I know like with sketching and stuff, is it true that fashion designers kind of have the same job as like architecture, where you're like looking at different shapes and like looking at different views? Do you look at it like that? Or for you at least, obviously everyone is different and has, you know, different backgrounds or different ways that they learn to design. But it seems like when you're putting the pieces together on like a mannequin, or, you know, bringing it to life, you have to know like measurements and different things.
Well, that leads us to the second step on, you know, creating fashion. So at first you've done all the sketches, you've put the colors you want, you chose the fabrics you want. So now it's about measuring. So you move on to measuring, like if it's for your collection. Personally, for me, my collection, I have all of my patterns made. I make all my patterns after that, considering the measurements and how this is gonna look. If I want this extra to be like extremely big or something like that, like the shoulders or something like that.
Yes, you have a lot of extra.
Yes.
I live for it.
Yeah, so like you have to think about it in the second process, which is pattern making. Then after that, you know, it's one of the second biggest part in fashion design.
Pattern making.
Pattern making.
Do you think there are a lot of people that make designs and that skip that step? Because I feel like you're really true to the bone. Like you are a true designer, because I don't want to discredit anyone who is a creative if you have a line and, you know, you don't do the process of pattern making, but I think there's something to be said about the skill set. A real designer should, you know,
always, yes. It all comes down to how the person is. You know, Alexander McQueen, for example, they say like he used to just like throw the fabric in the table and just start cutting, and then just throw it on the model, and that was perfect, you know. As you keep on growing, you necessarily, I mean, if you're gonna sell these pieces, then yes, make patterns. But if it's something that you want to create from your soul, honestly, it's just like you start cutting and it comes together at the end. The more you do fashion, the more you can skip some steps. But
we talk about that with the models of the Forbes agency, and I like to call that you're in like the flow state. When you reach that point to where you've built your confidence up, you've built your knowledge up, you can be inspired and you're just shooting. You're not thinking so practically like, oh, this pose is this way, or for design, it would be, oh, this way to cut. You're vibing and you're enjoying and it's flowing, and that is the sweet spot. That's what makes you love it. You know?
I mean, it's like one of the best parts in being a creative person. Like also for models, like at the end of the day, it comes naturally, and it's so good whenever that comes together, that it's one of the best feelings.
I'm trying not to cut you off because like you're just speaking to my soul, but it's so amazing to have it. That's what makes it creative. It's like some things you look at and you're like, wow, how did this person do that? Like, or how are they so good at it? But it's like, it's just that factor, you know. And obviously, you know, I'm sure you will get even better. You know, now we're having this conversation here today. Oh, I know it. You just that's who you are, you know. And I think creative people just in general, like when you're operating in your God-given gifts, and it is just, you can tell when a person is like really called to do something. And like I said, when I met you, I was like, I love it, you know?
Yes.
So yes, okay, we got the pattern making.
So,
where do we go from there?
Then after pattern making, you start cutting your fabric, and this is like the second step after that. Like they go hand in hand.
Okay, so it's kind of the same step, but it's different layers. Okay.
You know, because like you have to realize, oh, how do I cut this fabric? Because like the way that you cut a fabric is very, very important. If you want something flowy, you can also cut it on bias, like a 45-degree angle. You know, it's like everything has its step on how you cut as well. So it's very, very important how you cut. After that, then, I mean, it's one of my best, like my favorite part of fashion design, sewing it, putting it together. Because, I mean, you could see me like at 1 in the morning, I'm like sewing it and I put it on the mannequin. It's like, it's working. So it's seeing it come together and like coming from that sketch that you had in your mind and like seeing this
your
coming
idea
together.
come to fruition.
Yes, it's one of the best feelings that, like, I literally, like, I could be crying, I could be jumping, I could be like going crazy in my house, because like whenever I see this coming together, it's like, oh my God, it's working. And you know, it's
ask Jennifer when she'll be filming and she's like, what do you think? Come look at this. I will get up and run around and yell, because I'm like, you see things coming together, that manifestation of like your idea. I love that.
Definitely.
Yeah, cutting seems to be kind of difficult. If it's anything like cutting hair, I feel like you can definitely mess, you know. Do you have any stories where you like,
oh God, yes.
I'm sure you've learned a lot from...
Yes, definitely. For me, I was doing a dress, and I'm someone that is very last minute. But let me explain that. I'm very last minute, but my creativity doesn't come into like the last second. So
totally understandable. You know. That's like normal for a creative person. You gotta move on your inspiration, especially when it comes to like making a collection or making a new piece. You can't force it and be like, I need to do this at this time on this day, because you don't know your vibe. Like, how are you gonna be feeling?
Definitely.
So back to your sketching and cutting, and then after you're cutting, you're sewing. Do you use like a specific sewing machine? Like sewing machines just honestly overwhelm me. Like just looking at it, I'm like, honestly, I feel like I could like injure myself. Like, how did you start? When you started sewing, did you, and I know some people sew by hand, but like I'm sure for the type of fabrics and garments that you're making, you need a machine.
Yes. Funny story. That's how I actually remember I wanted to be a fashion designer since a kid, because my partner, he was like, I was like, oh my God, there's a sewing machine and nobody's using it. I was like, hey, can I take it home? And he was like, yeah, like take it home. And then I literally grabbed the bed sheets and everything, and I started cutting, and then I literally sewed. Wow. And I did not know how to do it, but like I did watch some YouTube videos and stuff, and I was like, I got this. So I started sewing, and everything came together in there. I remember everything that, I felt. And then since then, sewing is one of my best things. Yes, my favorite part. Yes, it's dangerous. It could be dangerous because one of the times, yes,
I feel like you could,
I literally sewn my finger last time, and it was, yeah, it's not a cute thing.
That's why the garment has to be, you're like putting your fingers on the line.
Yes.
It has to be the right price.
Definitely. It gets very dangerous,
Yeah.
But it's also something fun. I mean, for me, it's really fun.
Yeah.
So I love
Okay, after sewing, what's next? Are we like fitting on models, or do you look at it on a mannequin? Do you use a mannequin? What's your
I use the
method?
fashion form, so like the mannequin, the forms, and
That's
then
like, it looks kind of like a mannequin, but it's not hard. It's kind of plushy.
Yes,
you
where
can
you
stick the
pins in it.
Makes sense.
But whenever it's like a special dress, I do call one of my models. And they come in, fit the dress, do whatever they need to do, and then after that, I actually, from there, if I need to alter some stuff to make it look perfect, then I do. But if it's just regular fashion, then I do just put it on the mannequin. On the mannequin, it's not that big of a thing. So.
And then it comes to life. I'm definitely going to put a picture of you guys. I got to do a photo shoot in one of his dresses.
Oh my God.
And the shoot, I want to do it again because I feel like I needed to steam the dress is so beautiful. Like if you see it on the runway versus the shoot, it was just rushed, and I want to do it again. But even then, people can't, just the creative director in me is like, that needed more. But it was so beautiful, and it is everything you represent. It's the avant-garde, it's the red carpet, it's the Met Gala. Like, we're gonna be talking at the Met Gala. Like, I'm putting it out there in the universe.
Definitely.
Like, I can see you designing for, creatives that are like shaping and changing the culture, like that are our age and will, grow to be at the Met Gala one day, because, your precision and your ideas, it's you. Like, when I see your stuff, I'm like, I can tell that it's you, because it is that over the top, not over the top in a negative way, but like overdressed, like where if you were standing by this person, you would be like, I need to get my shit together, I live for it. I love it.
I mean, there's one thing I always say, don't be basic, be the drama, be the drama. Yes, why, if you can step in a room.
I literally say that all the time. I'm like, and that is one part of the agency that gives me so much joy is portfolio development, portfolio building, being able for the models to wear cool stuff that a designer would actually make versus a t-shirt and jeans. That's cool, but it's it is about the model, but baby, it's about the fashion.
Yes.
You're here to represent someone's hard work. You said, you're cutting yourself
yes.
in the, sewing these things, and I always stay true to that sentiment that and I try to teach this to the models, we don't do mean girl energy, we don't do entitlement energy. It's an honor to wear someone's piece because what they represent and, them bringing their culture, their history, their knowledge, you being 5 years old, that's something that's put inside. That's your gift to share with the world. So as a model, you get to represent that, and it's about the fashion as opposed to about you, you know, when you're on the level of Naomi Campbell, you know, and Tyra Banks, then it is about you,
Yeah.
you know, but, you know, on that journey, it's about the fashion, and models wouldn't exist without fashion designers.
And fashion designers wouldn't exist without models. Baby.
No,
Like,
it is a perfect pairing.
Like a model could literally create a brand as well. Like I have my muse. She's like one of my go-to model all the time, and she's my muse. And whenever this lady puts a dress, it's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But what I tell my models, and like what I say about my brand as well, is like, I want this person to step in the room and like be the energy, be the one that is like, okay, I'm here.
It definitely shows. I think that's such a beautiful point, that models and designers, it's this beautiful dance that you do together.
Yes.
And I know you really want to represent Honduran culture, a lot of your designs, and that's a lot of your mission, because that's where you're from, obviously, and you're such a wonderful and beautiful representation of someone that's from Honduras that is pursuing fashion design. And I think that it makes me think about Carlos Campos. He's a Honduran designer, and I think it was 2008, his New York Fashion Week debut. He did a debut, and all of his models were black. And some people, so if you go back and research this, like, a lot of people had different things to say about it. Some people, like Iman, she didn't really like it. She thought that it was making black women look like a caricature. But like, for me, as someone who was coming up trying to be a model and not seeing, you know, you have the big stars, you have the big names, but not seeing a representation of a full cast of black models, like, you know, being the minority, obviously,
Definitely.
you know, that really said something to me. And I was like, he's doing that for African American women, like that culture, and that's so beautiful. And it made me think about you and our first interview at Dallas Fashion Week, and how one of the first things that you said was, you know, I want to represent my culture, and that's such a beautiful thing too. So speaking of that, tell me about things in the Honduran culture that you try to incorporate in. Is it like colors? Is it food or music, or is it just everything? Like,
it's everything, actually. Every time I talk about this, it's something that, like, as I'm speaking about it, I go back to that child in Honduras. Like, I remember everything, like the flowers, the birds, the animals. I mean, Honduras, like, it's kind of like a zoo, but like there's no fence, you know, like you see all the animals right there. You can see everything. So like, having that first-hand experience, like it's so something that
inspiration.
Yes, like how an animal walks, like a Black Panther, how it walks, and you see it like there, and it's just laying there, like, you know, like the energy you feel around, the music, the people. There's so many inspirational things that I get from my country that is like, I always think like, how can I put this on a dress? Every time I do a new collection, it's like, okay, I remember that story. Like, I remember doing this time. So this collection is gonna be about that story. So.
Yeah, and it's an energy, even animals, when you were talking about the leopard, and if you look at like my mood board and what I want to represent, and like being an icon, and what I talk to my models about, I have this picture. It's a leopard and it's a cheetah and a black a panther. Don't judge me, guys. I'm not like a zoologist or whatever. But it's a cheetah and a black panther next to each other, and the background is red, and it just represents, it's that energy.
Yes,
so I can only imagine, like you said, living in Honduras and being able to experience the animals in their true form, and like getting that energy, transforming that to your clothes. And that's why they're so big and powerful.
Yes, I mean, one day, people are gonna see what I'm talking about. Like, if it's not happening now, they're gonna definitely see it.
And those who get it. Like, it depends what level you're on in your creativity, and that's really with anything. Like, there's things I rewatch now as a 33-year-old that I've seen countless times when I was like, I don't know, 25, 26. And it just hits different when you're, you know, creatively speaking. If you're a true creative director, if you're a true creator, you know the power behind literally something, just going outside for 5 minutes and listening to, you know, so I get you. And those who know, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Yes, definitely. So
I'm so proud. I'm so proud of what you're building. And y'all, Jose, you're only 26.
No, I'm 24.
20. Even
I just turned 24.
But honestly, I think like that's really a part of my mission. Like the fact that you're so passionate, like younger me and people that are your age and even younger, they need to see more examples of creators like really owning their power and stepping into that creativity and like supporting that, because people say that like fashion and art industries are shallow, but it's like everybody wants to look good and feel good. I don't care if you are a surgeon, a brain surgeon, right? You still want to have some novelty in your life. You want to give your life meaning. And I think when we are having conversations that like push the narrative forward about creativity and like being in business for yourself as a creative, we really like feed those younger generation of people who are like, you know, I want to do this, but like, I don't know if I could actually take that serious, like, or could I really?
That's why we're out here for them. Like, I going after you, like, I think about someone that is like thinking, oh, well, I can't do this. You know, I'm a minority. I'm too young to do this. I am, you know.
Or I need to get a real job. Or I need to.
Yes, no, it's, we do it for them. We do it for them. Like, stepping the way, I mean, opening the way so they can see that it's possible to do it.
I always think about my younger self. I'm like, if I would have had a podcast like this that I'm creating when I was younger, I probably would have had less anxiety. I don't feel like I had like depression, but like, I would have been like, oh, I probably would have done things sooner or really taken myself more seriously sooner. And that's not to say that I just was able to be full-time. I own a modeling agency. It was a lot of hard work and like, you know, my family owned daycares and I worked at the daycare and then I worked in nightlife and like, you know, saved money. Like it doesn't just happen. And you can listen to so many creatives. I mean, Tyler Perry slept in his car for a period of time and he's a billionaire now, you know? So that's not to say that it isn't certain seasons and different times in your life, but if you really want to do something like full time and you want to do it for like the rest of your life, I really think it's possible. You just have to be around the right people and stay inspired and stuff, you know? So I'm really excited to see where your J.Romero, right?
Yes.
J.Romero Designs go.
Yeah, I mean, definitely will taking over the world, honey. I mean, there's a lot of things.
Tell me your city. I mean, we know New York Fashion Week, but besides New York, where is like somewhere that you would love to debut?
Italy.
Oh, and then you said it. Ooh, so sexy, Italy. I want to go.
Yes. I'm actually looking into it to go there within like the next 2 years. Also to continue studying. I'm someone that loves to like. What's there to learn? So
that's important.
I want to show there and then also study there.
That's so great.
It's my next goal coming.
You're gonna be you're gonna be there. I can't wait. Don't forget about it.
Girl, you're gonna be with me. What you talking about?
Get your friends to hype you up.
Yes.
So I want to play before we wrap up. I feel like I could sit and talk to you about fashion and art and culture for hours, but unfortunately, we don't have all the time. But I definitely want to talk about. We're gonna play a little game.
Okay.
Called This or That. If you know, you know. But it's going to be a fashion designer edition. So I'm going to give you 2 things to pick, and you got to pick like this or that. Okay. So let me know. All right. The first one is, would you this or that, sketching your designs with a pencil or sketching them digitally? I feel like I already know the answer now that you talk to us, but
I mean, with the pencil. I mean, can I speak on this?
Of course,
like,
I feel like I've seen like nowadays I've seen sketches on iPad. Like I've seen
Yes,
different.
it's getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like digitally, it's also like with the iPad, you can like it feels like you're drawing as well, like
okay.
on pencil. So
They've made it more realistic.
Yes, it's
to
more
it.
realistic nowadays than whenever I used to do it. So that's why. But you
You're
can
open.
always go for pen and paper. So
We love a tried and true method because
Yeah.
one thing, that's where it originated. So,
Yeah.
and I feel like if you are putting pen to paper or pencil to paper sketching, the vibe is different, right?
Yeah.
You're connected. Because even myself, when I do these podcasts, like outlines, I write it in my journal first and then I type it. Because typing is like, but I want to
Yes.
like manifest, like, and memorize things. So I definitely understand what you're saying with that one. Alrighty, the next one is seeing your garments on runways or in photo shoots or magazines.
runway.
We love a runway. Okay, wearing all black or colors? Like, what's your staple look? Like, and you can tell me this for yourself and then also for like your muse.
For myself, I tend to just go for solid colors, so I would wear all black. But for my model, something I create, then it's all colorful. It's something fun. It's something,
The drama.
out there. Yes, the drama. So
We kind of just talked about this a little bit. Design a look or a collection in New York Fashion Week, or design a look for someone attending the Met Gala, like a megastar at the Met Gala, or like the New York Fashion Week.
wow, this is a hard
Because the
one.
Met Gala.
Yes, but then
That's-
also like if you also show in a good show in New York, it's like, but Met Gala, it's always like that's my dream. So yeah.
Met Gala, just even this past year, just seeing the like just everything. Yeah, I get you. I'm there with
Yeah,
you.
no, like
I could
the
talk
Met
about
Gala.
this for an hour.
Yes.
Okay. All right, and the final one, designing a look for Beyonce or Bad Bunny. I know you said so you aren't doing menswear right now. So let's take out Bad Bunny. We love you, Bad Bunny, but since you do more women, Beyonce or Rihanna? Ooh, that's a good one.
Beyonce.
I'm a Rihanna
Yes.
girly.
Really?
But I love Beyonce. She's the epitome of performer. Like, I mean, her shows. But I don't know. I just grew up and I listened to Rihanna.
I mean,
like,
but Rihanna is also one of the best fashion icons out there. Like,
True.
whatever she wears is like, whoa, So
she
it's-
truly is a multi-hyphenate too.
Yes.
Like, she's a true creative. And
Yes.
Beyonce is too. I mean, there's really no
Yes.
comparison. These
There's no-
women are both staples.
Yes.
So. Yes, so, okay, that was fun. Before we end, tell us what can we look forward to expect with J.Romero Designs? What are you thinking about in the future? You don't have to tell us everything. I know you don't want to tell it all, right? We want to keep some stuff secret, but what can you tell us about, what's to come in the future?
There's many plans and things that have already been done that just need to come out.
Oh,
right
cool.
now.
Okay.
But looking forward to that. Then after that, I'm just working on my collection right now. And actually, this Sunday I have a fashion show, and then I have like 3 fashion shows this month.
I love that you stay busy and you
Yes.
stay in environments where you can thrive and show your
Yes.
pieces and meet people.
Yes, definitely. Like I love to share with people. So what I'm gonna be doing for the rest is just sharing
Doing
stuff with
you,
people.
doing what you've
Yes,
been doing.
Yes.
Yeah, sticking to the plan.
Yeah.
And lastly, what is advice you would give to anyone that is listening to this that wants to be in fashion design? I mean, you've given us so many, like, this is such a wonderful conversation. I'm so appreciative. So I appreciate it, but I want you to give that person that like needed to hear some advice today about fashion design. What would you say? Like,
Just do it.
just start.
Honestly, just start. Inspiration can come from anything, and like, if you feel like you want to do something, you need to actually
Act
start.
on that.
Yes, because like if you're feeling it, it's because your body is telling you should do it. So just do it.
Go for it.
Go for it. Go be a go-getter. Like actually take that risk.
Start and try.
Yes, just start and try.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. You guys can follow Jose at J.Romero Designs. I feel like I've memorized. I'm always looking at your stuff, so I'm like, I usually ask people, but I'm like, I already.
Yes, J.Romero Designs, J.Romero DTX, Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
So, either of those two. And yeah.
And we'll see you soon, I'm sure.
Yes,
so
of course.
Thanks for tuning in, you guys. I'll see you in the next episode. And thank you, Jose.
No, thank you so much. I love this.
You,
yes.
All right, bye.
Bye.